I'm smoking pot, I got my dick out, and I'm thinking about you, and I'm thinking about you. I'm smoking pot, I got my dick out, and I'm thinking about you, just you.
I got my dick out, and I'm thinking about you, thinking about you.
I'm driving along, I'm singing a song, and I got my dick out, and I'm thinking about you, I drank a six-pack, I took my pants off, oh, I love you, I love you,
I'm smoking pot.
And here we go. And there we are. Hey, folks, October 19th. It's a Monday, and it's a great night to Stump the Joke Men, which, by the way, we haven't been getting many stumps. We've been doing more jokes here for every you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tonight's thing is called On the Rodent Again. And I didn't make that up. That's Jackie. Jackie's got the greatest analogies for humor I've ever heard. The man is a crazy man, and he's here tonight. Hey, this is going to be a lot of fun. I am very unprepared for tonight, so I'm relying more on Jackie, which I could always rely on because he's always got funny jokes. He's got a slew of them up his sleeve and in his socks and in his underwear, and he's here tonight. Welcome. We were gone last week, but we're back this week, and I'm happy to be here and happy to have you guys come out. Look, we already got tons of people. I put a link out in my Facebook Live. If you want to come in and tell a joke, feel free to come in. If you stump us, we'll give you a T-shirt or an Andy doll or some fun stuff. Beautiful day today, October 19th. Time is a-flying. Let me bring on the man of the hour, the guy that you all know and love, and now he kind of looks like Peter Gabriel with a thyroid condition. Here comes the wonderful Jackie the Joke Man. There he is.
Hello.
Hello.
So what did the spider say to his wife on their honeymoon?
What did the spider say? I don't know, Jackie. What did the spider say to the man on his honeymoon?
Spread your legs, spread your legs, spread your legs, spread your legs.
That's a good kid's joke.
I just thought of that.
It's silly.
I'm sure it's been thought of a million. How the hell are you, man?
I'm good. It's a long time no see. I've been looking at pictures of you looking like suddenly like God. I'm looking up to you with the beard and the mustache thing going on, getting longer and longer.
I got a cease and desist from Kentucky Fried Chicken.
For what, eating the dark meat or spreading the leg and thigh?
Yes, all the above.
All the above.
And my beautiful girlfriend Barbara's niece Caitlin calls me Father Time, which does not make me happy. But I don't care. It's fun. It's goofy.
Tell me the truth. We have to do one show just on aging, because this aging shit is really getting really beyond. I don't know about you, but I'm finding it to be bizarro.
Hey, I'm 30 years older than you.
Are you really?
I was 35 years old up until like 2 years ago, and all of a sudden it's like, wow. I told you, I always say the same thing. A guy told me something so long ago, and I'm still mad at him. He said, Jackie, I feel 30 years old until I try to get up. And goddamn, every time I go to get up, I'm like, you son of a bitch, man.
There's an old joke I did with the old man dummy, where he says, I said, how do you know when you get old? He goes, when you bend over to get something and you're like, oh, I got to get up again.
Willie Nelson said that Roger Miller told him that he's so old that if he drops something, when he bends over to pick it up, he looks around to see if there's anything else he should do while he was down there.
I love that kind of stuff. Oh, how about another one was You know you're really old when your knees buckle and your belt doesn't.
You know, Jesus Christ.
Classic old joke.
Oh, I hate it all.
I love it. I love it. This aging thing is really creepy, but you know, we're going to do a show one. We should do something about old age one. Just age. Just
you know, that 92-year-old guy that says to his doctor, Doc, this Saturday I'm going to marry a 22-year-old woman. And the doctor says, Charlie, you're 92. At your age, sex could be fatal. He says, well, if she dies, she dies. Which is, the ego of that is just perfect.
I love that joke. Isn't that similar to the joke that what's his name did it when he's 100 years old? George Burns. Wasn't it George Burns did like something about sex? If she can't take it, she can't. It was something almost the same idea, I think. But it's always a variation on a theme when it comes to humor, is it not?
I almost got laid 4 times last week. Almost on Monday, almost on Tuesday, almost.
I like it. Hey, speaking of aging, look who's here. The stoic Charlie Fisher.
Hey, guys.
Looking the exact same. I was talking to Johnny Galasso today. All the old timers. Look at us. We're like
How's
the Mount
Galasso
Rush.
doing?
Us three are like the Mount Rushmore of almost dead.
I think there's more to chip on me than you two.
Yeah, you know what? I just did a podcast, and you probably, if you haven't done it yet, I'm sure they're going to call you to do it. I just did Vinny Pastore and Goomba Johnny's podcast.
You know, I listened to them. They were actually like pretty entertaining.
Yeah, we had a good time. I've known Vinny. Vinny used to actually have a rock and roll club, and he tried to book me in like 1982 or something like that. But
wow,
he didn't have any
time
money.
ago.
Yeah, he actually had the guys from the band Pig Vomit that was Howard Stern's band. And he wanted to have me go on with them. But it was, I was starting to make money. And I wasn't going to go for $25 or $120, whatever it was, it wasn't enough.
I got Charlie in the middle. Do you want to just both pee on his head right now?
Charlie, you got to get a taller chair. I did a podcast on Friday with Minervini, and he's same as Charlie. I'm like, tilt your phone, right? Isn't that all you got to do is tilt the phone? Yeah!
Oh, my goodness.
Jesus. Mike, I give up.
It looks good. Hey, by the way, Jackie, why did you come up with this theme tonight, this rodent theme? What I was thinking about it today, and I was thinking, damn, rodent jokes. I don't know that many rodent jokes. I was thinking about it.
There was a chapter. I didn't tell you yet. I have a sequel.
A sequel?
Not a sequel because it's the same time frame. Hey, Johnny.
Hello, Johnny.
When I wrote my book, I wrote twice as much as I needed. And I have the second book sitting in my computer. And there's this great book about the beginning of television called The Box. And I was trying to get a digital copy. And the only place you could get a digital copy was on the actual website of the publisher. And then if I wanted to send one to you, John, there's no place on there for me to pay with PayPal and send it to you. So I called the guy and said, hey, I want to send somebody a copy of this book. He said, I really got to fix the website to do that, but just send me the money and I'll send it to them. And then when I did a second one, now I'm getting to know the guy. I said, hey, not for nothing. I got a whole, sister copy to my autobiography in my computer. I don't want to make a book and print it out and distribute copies because nobody does that anymore anyway. Do you want to release my second autobiography digitally? And he said, sure. So I'm coming out with the part 2. And
get out of here. That is so cool. Congrats.
Listen to the name of it. So this is what I was going to originally name the book a million years ago. In 1995, Howard had written 2 books. And Robin Quivers had just written a book called Quivers, A Life. It was so pompous.
And I remember you reading it too with the voice.
Right, that's the book. So
hilarious.
A listener called in, and I'm sitting, I'm here, and Howard's here, and I'm like 2 feet to the left of him. The guy calls in and says, hey, Howard, you wrote 2 books. Now Robin wrote a book. When's Jackie going to write a book? And he immediately went into a rant. Jackie couldn't put a sentence together. Nobody wants to hear him. He's got nothing to say. He's a moron. Nobody's interested in him. Are you kidding? We'll go, and then we went to commercial. As we went to commercial, as he pulled down his microphone, he leaned over and he said to me, if you ever write a book, you're fired.
Really?
So that's the name of my book. I mean, he was half kidding and half not kidding, you know.
Yeah, of course.
If
That's
you don't write
hilarious.
a book, you're fired. You know.
Well, you got 2 under your belt coming now. That'll be 2 under the belt.
Here
First of
we
all,
come. Here we
you
come.
write-
Charlie Fisher will be the only one to buy one.
he wants one signed. By the way, this is very funny. This guy Nathan Brimmer said, "Hey, there's a lot of back hair in this room tonight." I thought that was very funny. And you know something? He should check with his wife and ask if we really do have it. I think we should find that out. Ask her. Let her know, Nathan. Let us know. That's very funny. I like that. Clever. And Charlie Fisher.
I have no back hair. I have no back hair. I had a friend. I had an Iranian friend, and when he asked his girlfriend to go steady, he carved her initials in the hair on his back.
Oh, very attractive. And what was?
No,
not
at all.
How do you put that many letters in that name, like NGKLON125? How do you make that in that kind of thing? Let's
remember that joke about the guy. The guy says to the bartender, "Oh, my daughter is such an idiot." And he says, "Well, what's the matter?" He says, "She's such an idiot. She couldn't afford vanity plates, so now she's changing her name to BX478."
I like it. I like
joke. That's a cute joke.
Great joke. Hey, I want to bring this little video up here. I'm going to drop you down here a second, Charlie. So this is a video that, this is really interesting. Before we even
John, somebody actually asked me, did you put that together to fake where you were? I'm like, no, I was at a film festival, and I actually had done this a couple of years ago, and I figured, what the hell? And go ahead. It's so goofy. It is
goofy. And I got to say that I had seen this. I think you posted it on Facebook page, if I believe correctly.
It's got like a couple thousand views or something.
Yeah, and it's very funny. Let's see if I can pull this up on you. Here it is. I in order to make this work, I had to upload it to YouTube so I could actually share it here tonight. So here we go. By the way, this is before you trimmed that. Oh my goodness, you look.
I never trimmed my beard. My girlfriend combed it.
Yeah, but you look differently now than you do there in that video. That video makes you.
That was 2 days ago.
Oh my goodness, that thing is wide. Look at that baby. Wow. Holy. I mean, that's oh wow, that's bizarre. I'm serious. You're getting that Willie Nelson look over here. Let me hit this and play it. Tell me if you could hear it, Jackie. You ready? All right, I'm gonna give it a quick run. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Jackie, live from the Greenport Porta Potty Comedy Club. So a guy knocks on his neighbor's door, and the neighbor answers, "Hey man, since COVID hit, I haven't seen your wife." The neighbor says, "Oh, she's out in the garden." He says, "Well, I was just out there. I didn't see her." The neighbor says, "Well, you got to dig down a little." The Greenport Porta Potty Comedy Club. See you next time.
I actually love it. I think it's really funny.
I was standing there. I was holding the video. I holding the iPhone and just spinning in a circle while I was doing it. It's so fun.
I think it would be even more fun if from now on you do every joke from the porta potty.
From now on, every joke.
I think it's great. If you superimpose that green thing like you're in it all the time, we could take a picture of it and just do it every time, even you're right there. That'd be great.
We are number two. We are number two.
Yeah, there you go. I thought I read something about dad jokes. I guess I did not. I don't know what he's talking about, dad jokes. Whatever. Hey, thank you, Tristan. So I think, speaking of jokes, so I was thinking about this today, and there's not a lot of jokes. I was thinking about rodent jokes and stuff. What do you call a female rodent with a penis?
A female rodent with a penis. A trans.
It's
spider.
simpler than that. A mousetrap. It's simple,
horrible.
Very simple. Horrible, but simple.
So guy goes in a diner, and he orders a bowl of hot chili, and the waitress gives him a bowl of hot chili, and the guy next to him comes in and says, "I want a bowl of hot chili." And she says, "I'm sorry, that guy got the last bowl." And he looks over, and the guy's just about done eating the rest of his food, but the chili bowl's still full. He says, "Are you going to eat that?" And he says, "No." "You want it?" And he says, "Yeah." He says, "Go ahead." So he takes it, and he starts eating the chili, and gets about halfway down, and his fork hits a dead mouse. And he pukes the chili back in the bowl, and the other guy says, "Yeah, that's about as far as I got to." That's a rodent joke.
That's a rodent joke. It is. That is a rodent joke. Yeah.
Speaking of the Stern Show, Robin was doing this. Actually happened. She was doing a news broadcast, doing her news, and she was reading about a guy who was sitting in a diner eating whatever, and a mouse fell out of the false ceiling and
Really?
landed in his food. And I started going nuts. And Howard turned and said, what do you got a joke about a mouse falling out of the ceiling? I said, maybe. And I told that joke, and he proceeded to tell me how horrible the joke was and how unfunny I was. I must have got 1,000 calls from people saying they almost drove off the road, because that's
It's
a really
great
funny joke.
It's a great joke.
Great joke.
Jokes, well, everyone has this, humor is like, sex. I mean, everyone has the thing that they like and they don't like, and who they like and what they like. And it's different for everybody. We all beat to a different drum. I really appreciate the whole circle of humor. I really do. I don't care if it's from silly to stupid to disgusting to anything. I like it all.
Anything's good with me.
Anything was good humor. So the first time I saw a rat, I got a bat and I started smashing the shit out of it into little pieces. And then my daughter starts crying. And then I got banned from Chuck E. Cheese. Come on, you don't see it coming. It's kind of stupid. You don't see it coming. And the stoic Charlie Fisher.
Stoic Charlie Fisher.
Let's see. Oh, we got Johnny Rocco. Full circle, John. You would call the hotline every day for his jokes. Awesome to see you along with Jackie. Yeah, that's great. It's very true. Jackie, back in the day, I used to call the 516 wine number. Back in the day.
Still going. 516-922 wine. Still alive and kicking. Hard to believe for no reason.
It has a long beard.
It's funny because I was just talking to Vinny and Johnny Goomba, and they didn't know any of that stuff. So I was telling them about the joke line and all that.
Get out of here.
It's always fun to tell. They knew about the joke line, but they didn't know anything about it or how I met Howard or anything. You would think by now I'd be sick of telling the stories, but I never get sick of telling the stories.
It's all good. Speaking of which, too, we got somebody asked us to come on and do a podcast together for his comedy Flow. He said, would you and Jackie come on and do something in November, on one of his shows? I did it once before with your friend Bobby Slayton, which I had never met before, and we became friendly. He's a really great guy. And they asked if you and I would come on and do it. So if you want,
just say when.
I got the dates. I'm going to email them over to you, and we'll put up. It's actually it's a fun show. We just come on and talk about humor or whatever. It's kind of fun. Speaking of which, when it comes to humor, you now you have anything else going on in your life? I remember you telling me something else.
Well, the documentary is officially done.
Right.
Mark Cuban just chimed in, and so he's going to be in it. He actually sent me a piece of video. Did I send you that?
No. You sent me the jokes that you did on the radio show, which are always 1, 2, 3 fast and great.
Oh,
you never repeat.
Oh, with Feldman. Yeah, those are great.
Yeah.
Now I'm doing it with Ferrantino and those guys on Friday mornings, but I'm doing clean jokes. The premise being I'm trying to do jokes that are clean enough for the.
And are you pulling that off? Because I was on that show, and Ferrantino and the other guy from the cruise ships or whatever, nice guy, he said something like, Jackie comes on here on Fridays and we tell him the word clean and he starts clean, but by the time he ends, he's already going into a different direction.
Now, I slip one in bad here and there, I got one, I don't know if you ever heard this.
I don't care if I heard it or not.
The general goes to visit the soldiers, World War II, in the hospital.
Okay.
And he goes to the first soldier and says, why are you in here, soldier? He says, chronic syphilis, sir. He says, oh. He says, what are they doing for it, soldier? He says, 20 minutes a day with the wire brush, sir. Oh. And what's your goal, soldier? I want to get better so I can get out back to the front, sir. He says, that's a good soldier, good boy. And he goes to the next bed. He says, why are you in here, soldier? He says, chronic hemorrhoids, sir. Oh. What are they doing for it, soldier? 20 minutes a day with the wire brush, sir. Ooh. What's your goal, soldier? I want to get better so I can go back to the front and fight, sir. Good soldier, good soldier. He goes to the next bed. He says, why are you in here, soldier? He says, chronic gum disease, sir. Oh. What are they doing for it? He says, 20 minutes a day with the wire brush, sir. Oh. He says, "What's your goal, soldier?" He says, "To get that fucking brush before the other two guys."
I knew that was coming. I could see that coming. That's a great joke.
That's a beauty.
It's clean and it's funny and it's clean. It's got a little edge to it. It's not bad.
Edge to it. That's a
Look at this. Nancy Lombardo says Jackie's looking very Trotsky.
Oh, now that's a new one.
That's good.
Hey.
And Brian K is saying, "Hey, oh, here you go." Brian's saying, "What's a mouse's favorite game? Hide and squeak." See,
Brian, go bang your head against the wall. Hey, Lombardo, get me the number. The Friars Club number doesn't work anymore, and I hear it's.
Oh God, Jackie's gone. I don't know what happened. He must have got pulled off. His iPad went dead. That's so funny. Charlie, did you see that? He was just talking and he's disappeared. Speaking of which, I did put out, if anybody would like to come in and tell a joke, I put it on my Facebook page right now. You could click on it and come in here and we'll bring you in and let you tell a joke and maybe win a prize if we don't guess the answer. Pretty cool. How's it going down where you are, Charlie?
It's fine. It's fine. I think the Friars Club number does work, though.
Well, is anyone even going back to the Friars Club? Because after all this nastiness that's gone on, I don't think anybody's like too. They had a couple of virtual shows I heard last week, right? I didn't see it.
There's one the 22nd coming up. The Zoom
coming up.
Show again. Yeah.
It's a virtual comedy show?
It's a Zoom show. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's just me and you telling jokes tonight, then, Charlie.
They're in trouble. They're in a lot of trouble.
All right. So my friend said, I really need to go home and feed my baby hamsters. And I said, that's a really terrible diet for a baby. I got worse ones. I was trying to keep it real, as they say. But this whole Friars thing, I know a lot of people are not familiar with the Friars Club. Friars Club is has been a tradition for a million years, for not a million years, for 100 years, for lots of comedians. And you know a lot about that as well. And I was a member and spent a lot of time going there and doing shows there. And it was really great times and fun. And now I don't know what's going on with them. Apparently they're in transitions. And guess who's back? Jackie's back.
My laptop, my iPad is plugged in, and all of a sudden it just went dead. It's plugged in. The power is plugged in. So
that's okay. We were riffing.
Oh, okay. Well, keep riffing. Let me try and plug this thing in here.
Go ahead. Take your time. I'll tell another joke. Did you know you could take a hamster's anus and stretch it twice the width of its own body size? And I tried it. It really works, but only once.
Jesus. God, I maybe I should have let my thing stay dead.
Yeah. That's what she said. Hey, this is something that I was just telling Charlie about the Friars Club. A lot of people that comics may not know the Friars Club was a great traditional place, and we've all belonged to it at one point. And now it seems to be going through some transition. Do you know what's going on, Charlie, over there?
Well, yeah, they say they're going to open at the end of the year. They occasionally post pictures of work being done and stuff like that. But, January 26th.
I just got the whatever you call the scoop today that they got an influx of cash, mostly unmarked bills. But then it's going to happen. I don't know if it's true or, Well, I'm trying to finagle. I'm trying to.
Right. Johnny Rocco did go with me to the Friars Club. I do remember that. Yeah, I forgot. Thank you for reminding me of that. And Brian's son, John was remember the Friars. Now he uses an air fryer. Yeah. And a smoker. Speaking of which,
So that's good. But supposedly they got the money to do the whole thing again. Who knows?
Jack, you look like you're on a ship in the ocean. It's going in and out.
I know. I'm trying. What happened is my iPad died, so I'm trying to do this on an iPhone, but I don't have anything to hold the iPhone other than me.
Well, that's all right. I bet you. Looking at. Well, you're looking good right now. It's stable, like a horse. Looks very good. It's very stable.
Unlike me.
I was just going to say that people are saying you're making them dizzy. Charlie, what do you think of Jackie with the beard and mustache thing going on?
Well, for a while, I thought he looked like Jimmy Buffett, but
I thought it was a thinner Peter Gabriel.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think for a few minutes I looked like Jimmy Buffett, and now I look like Jimmy Buffett's father.
You know, if you turn it upside down, we get you just from here down. You'll look like Betty White on a nude beach with her legs spread.
Ah! God, you know, I told you that, right? I got a stack of Betty White jokes that I did for her
Was it
roast.
roast? Yeah.
God, and it was well, Jesus Christ, there was
You know, I
something
got a
about
Betty White
something about
joke.
a hymen. It was very funny.
Get him? So what made you pick this idea tonight of
Because one of the chapters of my book was on the rodent again. You know, and rodents and ants, you know, ants and rodents and mice. And you know about the guy that goes to the whorehouse. He walks in and he says to Madam, I want a girl with crabs. She says, get out of here. None of my girls have crabs. Get the fuck out of here. So as he's leaving, one of the girls says to Madam, you know, we got no business tonight. Well, what do we care? I'll tell him I got crabs.
Right.
So she goes out the door and says, hey, come on back. I got crabs. He goes back and they go upstairs and he bangs her. And when they get done, she says, I got to tell you, I don't have crabs. He says, yes, you do. Which is just too good.
I forgot how good that's a good joke. I forgot that.
That's a horrible joke.
It's a
That's
great.
mean. That's mean.
So some lady calls the cops on me because I'm in the park giving a squirrel a nut, you know, and good things I got my pants back on before the cops came.
No, Jesus.
It's a twist. It's a twist. Hey,
Do you know about the Royal Guardsman? There was a guy, a Royal Guardsman, and his job, the Royal Guardsman, is to stand in front of the entrance of Buckingham Palace in 8-hour shifts at attention, full attention, arms at their sides, and not move. They look like a mannequin and stand like that for 8 hours. And there was a soldier out there, and all of a sudden he starts leaping around like a madman. So of course they grab him and they drag him and bring him into the sergeant. He's jumping around like an idiot. He's supposed to be standing guard. The sergeant says, so what happened? He says, well, I'll tell you, sir. I was standing there, and when that cat came up and shit on my feet, I didn't budge. I stood right there at attention. Didn't budge. And when that dog came over and had a pee, lifted his leg and had a pee up and down my leg, I didn't budge, sir. I didn't budge. He peed up and down my leg. But when that fucking squirrel ran inside my trousers and said, I think I'll eat one now and save one for later, I couldn't That's a classic. I heard that in like second grade, but that's funny, right?
I never heard it. That's new to me.
Let's eat one now and save one for later.
There was another one I think that you told a couple of weeks back about those guys standing in front of the palace in England. It wasn't this joke. It was a totally different joke. I don't remember what it was.
They're always doing something, those assholes.
Here you go. Brian puts, I found a pet mouse dead this morning. His name was Elvis. He was caught in a trap. Okay. It's a nice pun. It's a good pun. I like it. Jackie, what's the difference between Dubai and Abu Dhabi? I think we know that.
I don't even know what Dubai is.
Dubai and Abu Dhabi.
Dubai and Abu Dhabi. I don't know. They're both the eye charts. I have no idea.
Oh shit! The punchline that is. Tell us the punchline. It's something that Yabba Dabba do. Something that Yabba Dabba do. I remember. It's a good joke.
Yeah. Oh my God!
All right, here's Brian. Another one. What does a mouse and a homo have in common? They both are afraid of pussy.
Brian K. Go play in traffic.
Chase marbles on the highway. Brian does love jokes. That guy loves jokes. He loves.
You know about the cat that comes to the pearly gates? Do we do that?
I don't believe so.
And St. Peter says, you've been a good kitty, a very good kitty. You're welcome here in heaven. What would you like? Oh, all I want is a nice soft blanket so I can just lie and relax and sleep and not do much of nothing. St. Peter says, we can take care of that for you. Come on in. And then a little while later, 3 mice come up. And St. Peter says, you're good little mice. I'm going to let you into heaven. Is there anything you like? And one of the mice says, well, you know, St. Peter, one thing we always wanted is we all wanted to have our own skateboards. I can take care of that for you. Come on in. So a couple of days later, St. Peter's walking along in heaven, and he sees the cat lying on the blanket. He says, well, little kitty, how do you like it in heaven? Are you comfortable? He says, oh, yeah, it's really nice. The blanket's really warm. And I tell you, the Meals on Wheels weren't bad either. That is one stupid joke. That is one stupid joke.
And by the way, here it is. So what's the difference between Dubai and Abu Dhabi? And I apologize. I don't know. I should know this, and I don't. And the answer was Dubai don't like the Flintstones, but Abu Dhabi do.
Oh, my God.
It's a cute joke. I like it. Meals on Wheels.
I have the unpublished autobiography of a guy who's now passed away, Milt Rosen. You've probably seen his name because he wrote a lot of those 2,000 insults, 2,000 more insults.
Yes.
So Milt Rosen was a friend of mine.
Right?
Huh?
It must have been around the 80s.
Yeah, 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
He was funny because he said, I wrote 3 books for Milton Berle and I had to sue him every time to get paid. I'm like, well, if you wrote a book and you had to sue to get paid, why the hell would you write, that's what people do. Yeah. They don't pay it till you come after them. But I have his unpublished autobiography, and I'm sure there's a line around the block of people that claim this, but he claims that the Flintstones was his concept. He was supposed to come up with a concept for a cartoon show, and he hadn't really gotten to it, and he was supposed to go away for the weekend with his wife or something. He's like, oh, fuck, what am I going to do? And he said, you know what? And he just decided, how about the honeymooners as cavemen?
That's what I was just going to say, because it was based on the honeymooners. Yeah.
And he just wrote it down and submitted it. And, I mean, it had to be somebody. And that made sense. This guy, he worked in TV in the early days, like in 1950, when he wrote the Roy Rogers show, and he got paid half in money and half in bird's eye frozen peas. Can you imagine? I mean, I love stuff like that. It's so fun. So
when his wife used to beat the hell out of him, give him black eyes for not paying the bills, he could at least have the comment down, right?
Exactly. I will send you that.
I'd love to see that.
He wrote for Roy Rogers. He wrote for, all kinds of interesting stuff,
So John Rocco goes, drop the cute jokes. Let Jackie go for it. He wants the nasty. They want the nasty stuff. We have any nasty stuff? I got a nasty one.
What noise does a baby make in a microwave?
Splat.
I don't know. I was too busy jerking off. That's what I do when somebody says, go ahead, be dirty.
Go all the way.
Be dirty. Yeah, that usually sends them running out of the bar.
Does it really? Not in the bars I've worked.
But no. When girls come up and say, be dirty.
Be dirty.
That replaced the one I used to do was when a girl said, be dirty. And it was like, how do you get a gay guy to fuck a girl? You put shit in her pussy. He asked her. He asked her.
Yeah,
sure you lost half of our listening audience.
No, actually, we just have a couple more just popped in.
I apologize. I those are not jokes I actually use ever.
What happens with cancel culture? Can they cancel those jokes out like they never happened? They were never made. They never said. There you go. Speaking of which,
the world has been dirty. In the 1920s, they had goddamn what are they called? Snuff films. They actually take movies of people getting killed.
Yeah. Well, the world is depraved. It's upside down.
I don't know about me and you, but Charlie Fisher.
Oh man, just take one look at him and you can kind of tell. He's in between killings right now.
The devil in the deep blue, Charlie Fisher.
Somebody just posted up there. They said, "Hey, wait a minute, that's the same T-shirt Charlie was wearing last week."
No, that's the same T-shirt Charlie was wearing the last 8 weeks. You know, I've been goddamn Vinny's stupid podcast, and look, I had the Sopranos T-shirt on, and you never
Oh, there
saw
you
it.
go. You can't even see. I don't know if I make it larger. See if I can see it. No, I still can't see it. No. What are you holding the iPad the whole time right now? There you go. You know, by the way, I had done the Wise Guy show with Vinny, and oh God, it was a lot of people on that show. It was Uncle Floyd, and it was Joe Causey, and also
What's his name? The mayor of Munchkinland. What was his
Vinny
name?
Vella. Yeah, Vinny Vella, who was a nice guy.
Not just Vinny Vella, and who's the other guy? The mayor that died. The little guy.
The little guy. Oh, right. That's right. Not Joe, short, little, chubby, round, nice face guy. Joe something. Yeah, I forgot. That's right. I forgot about that guy. And there was one other guy, and also Stevie Van. Stevie Van Zandt was on there as well. He was the producer. And I remember doing show.
Uncle Floyd played the piano, and Stevie's and Joe Causey, and it wasn't Vinny Vella. It was another guy with a voice like this.
Joe something. I could go Google it. Look, I forget his last name. He was a good guy, Joe. I liked him. But I'd done the show like 4 or 5 times. But every time I went on and I was able to speak, Vinny would just like barrel you down. And I listened to the podcast with John and Vinny, and it was very well. And they kind of worked out well together. It was like easily done.
Yeah. Because when I did that Wise Guys a couple of times, and they were just all over each other. I mean,
right.
It was unlistenable.
John Galasso. John Galasso hit it. Joe Rogano.
All right, Galasso. Who's the mayor? Who's the mayor of Mulberry Street?
The mayor of Mulberry Street. No, that was
the
Vinny
guy that
Bell.
died. No, the guy that died.
He owned the little restaurant.
No, the guy that died with the guy that owned Lamella.
Oh, Lamella. No, I don't know. Okay. I don't.
Oh, you guys, he's there with the blonde singer. His wife was a blonde singer. He died. You guys all know. He was the most. He was the most well known out of all those characters. What the hell was this dog? Jesus.
I don't remember. Man. I don't remember. I'm surprised. Sorry, I forgot Joe Rogano. Joe Rogano was a really nice guy to me. He was really nice. He was very nice.
Yeah, he was in the first movie I ever did. He was in Potluck.
Good guy. Really good guy.
What are those guys? What are they all smoking reefer like that? You don't want to smoke no pot. That's ridiculous.
Can we go see that movie? What was the name of the movie?
Potluck. Oh, it's great. Potluck. It's really fun. It's really fun.
Wow. And speaking of which, you have here it is. Somebody wrote it in? Oh, no, it isn't. Okay. John. No. The mayor of Mulberry Street. I keep thinking the guy that used to be on Joey Reynolds' show all the time.
Yeah. With the bandana.
With the cha-cha. He just wrote it cha-cha, right?
Cha-cha.
Yeah.
Cha-cha-cha.
And that was the name of his little restaurant. It was called Cha-Cha's.
Cha-cha.
I didn't know his wife. I never met her. I understand, she was very nice.
Very attractive. Karen King, she actually, when they were together, it looked like a kidnapping,
It looked like Ken tried to kill Barbie. Yeah.
She was a couple notches higher, which means either he was very much fun or he had a cock like a donkey, or maybe C.
It means he has a ton of money. He has a ton of money.
All right, Jack, I got gossip for you, and I'm not going to give away the answer.
Go ahead.
Anybody that has an idea, you can send in your entries. Everybody's allowed 3 guesses. But on good authority, I have news of someone in show business that we're all familiar with has a monstrous cock. A monstrous cock.
Living or dead?
It would be the last person in the world you would imagine. That's all I'm saying.
Living or dead?
Well, I haven't checked the newspaper, but probably alive.
Oh, okay. All right. So there's the challenge, folks. Jackie has given you the challenge. The man with the most monstrous penis, and he's in showbiz, and nobody would know it. And by the way, how would you know this?
I cannot disclose. You know, if I give away my source, I'll have to kill him.
Can we
Or
measure
they'll
your
have to kill
asshole?
me.
Can we measure your
Yes,
asshole?
you can. Yes, you can. It's just a little bit smaller than.
All right, here
it
comes
should
the
be.
answers. You ready? First one
Yep.
comes up. Gilbert.
Yes, sure. Jesus. What? John Gilbert?
No, it'd probably be Gilbert Godfrey. Who else is going to be John Gilbert? He writes,
Jesus
all right,
Christ.
so Glenn Holly, tell us, Gilbert who? Next person comes up with the answer of Charlie Rose.
I have heard that his is very, very handsome, but I don't think it's that big.
I can't
I was
think of
talking to 3 or 4 girls in a men's room. They were all standing at the urinal, and they said Charlie Rose had a very handsome cock.
That's okay.
You know
Galasso
what? I don't
goes,
like the.
it was you.
I don't like. Well, that's it pays to advertise. You know, when I was a kid, when I was a little kid, like 5 years old, if my zipper was open, my mother used to look down and point, and she would go, "Ever ready, Eddie?" my mother, when I was 5 years, ever ready, Eddie.
She has you as a son. She has a good sense
Funny.
of humor. Here's the answer.
Funny.
Beatrice Arthur.
Very good. Very good. Right on the money.
So, yes, he wrote down, this guy, Glenn, said, yes, Gilbert Godfrey. Come on. He's a Jewish guy.
Let's get away from, I should have never started this, this
You
line.
started the shit, you don't want to finish it
I didn't
now?
mean that. I meant to email it in, jokeland@aol.com, JOKELAND@aol.com.
So nobody's going to, this is going to be like a running thing week after week. So now you'll send, it's, what are you chewing on there? Oh my goodness. So
I was just putting Scotch tape on my head.
All right, back to the jokes. So, we're only like 42 minutes into the show. We haven't even told that many jokes, but go ahead. Coney Barrett. That's who it is. Pee Wee Herman.
There you go. That's it.
It's Pee Wee.
Is he still alive?
Okay. Yeah, he's still alive. He's still working.
He's still alive, right?
He's working more than you and I.
His real name is Herman Cain?
No.
What's his real name?
Corbett Monica. That's another good one. Thanks, Bob.
Yes.
Bob is clever. I like it.
Very good. Is Corbett Monica still alive? I don't think he's alive.
I don't know.
I know Dick Capri has a cock like a horse, but he doesn't like anybody to know it.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because I called Dick to be on our show. Come on with us one night because we had Stewie, who's, by the way, Stewie was ill for a little while, and he's getting better now. He was ill for a little bit, and I just actually checked. Yeah, he's doing good. And I asked but he hasn't returned my call. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know if he's technically.
Well, then you know he's doing fine. You know he's doing fine.
He's doing fine. He didn't return my call. Oh, he is. He's on a big Netflix series. I didn't know that. Wow. Corbett Monica? Huh. Mr. Monica is no longer with us. So who's on the Netflix?
Then how's he on Netflix?
Well, maybe they're talking about Pee Wee Herman then. Must be Pee Wee. Yeah. Jackie, tell me if you heard this. Tell me if you heard this. 3 rats are having a drink in a bar. And they're bragging about how hardcore they are. And the first rat says, guys, last night I ate a whole block of rat poison. Woke up this morning, no hangover. And then the guy goes, that's nothing. He goes, I ate cheese out of a rat trap. The bar came down my back, and I just hoisted it off and came here and have a beer with you guys. The third rat finishes his beer, and he goes to leave. And they go, hey, where you going? He goes, I'm going off to fuck a cat.
That is great.
Actually,
I know it.
It should be, I'm going off to fuck another cat. It'd be better. Let's see.
I'm going to drink my drink and fuck the cat.
Paul Rubens made Reuben sandwich out of his thingy in the movie theater once. Yeah, that's true.
Jeez.
Yes, he
oh
did.
God, we gotta get funny. We gotta get funnier. Listen, we gotta get funnier ourselves. What's some more rodents? What's some more rodents? Like you know that the joke doesn't hold up because drinks used to have names, and a grasshopper walked into a bar, and the bartender says, "Hey, we got a drink in named after you," and the grasshopper says, "Oh, you got a drink named Ed." which is But I don't think they even make a drink called the grasshopper anymore. I guess that was in
I
the
don't
50s.
think so. Blowjobs are popular now, isn't it? Or that's a 90s.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Hey, did you know that hamsters die after sex? Did you know that?
Well,
At least the one that I
with a
fucked
sledge.
anyway. That's a simple, good joke. Here
What's
we go.
black and blue?
Why did Jackie wrap his hamster in duct tape?
So it wouldn't burst. What's green and orange and what's green and orange and hides in a car trunk?
Go.
He's my Cub Scout, and I can paint him any color I want.
I didn't see that comedy. See, that's good.
No,
I love when it gets treated.
I told it wrong. I don't even know. I'm actually exhausted. I'm just having a good day. I don't know. It's so weird because it's like Groundhog Day. One day after the other, it's the same thing, and you get up and you feel good. You do a podcast. You jump. I haven't swam in a car. I think I'm done swimming for the year. It's been too.
It's
chilly.
too cold now.
Yeah, but you run around and go visit.
Tomorrow's supposed to be like 75 or something like that. Maybe. I mean, the water stays cold though.
Yeah, but
I've seen
water.
it.
Well, if it's hot enough out, then you can jump in the water because when you get out, you're instantly warm. So,
Right.
I used to swim right up till November. I would come home late at night and go down and jump in the water in the cold. Did I send you that picture? Oh, that's an ugly picture.
You sent me 2 pictures of you and
Ooh.
another guy standing half out of the water. He said, "I made the deal for the book thing."
Oh, that was me and Kelly. That was me and my my old padre.
Padre.
What?
Are you going to show me something? Okay. You're playing a mime right now. All right. So a lady cooks a bunny rabbit meat for dinner. And the kid goes, "Mom, what's for dinner?" She goes, "It's a surprise, kids, but I'll give you a hint. It's what your lovingly father calls me." And they go, "Ew, you cooked the bitch?" You're totally frozen, Jackie. And Charlie sits there and goes, "What the hell is happening?" Daniel Romano, let's see. A mantis during sex, the female eats the mate's head while having sex. Imagine being eaten and screwed at the same time. Yeah, that's pretty creepy. A year from now, I'm going to say, "Hey, sweetheart, can you put that mask on again?" Very good. Nancy, no. Nancy knows jokes. Nancy knows lots and lots of jokes. We lost Jackie again. Can you believe that? That is hilarious. He's coming back in again. Tonight's a bad night on that iPad. How is a CEO of Tupperware like a walrus? Go ahead, Glenn. Tell us. Nobody wants to come in and tell the jokes. They're all afraid. Hey, you're back. Tonight's been a weird night, isn't it?
They like a tight seal.
Correct. Hey, tonight's a weird night, isn't it?
Hasn't it?
Can you? Yeah, it's fine.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. We're nearing the end of the show, and you look fine. I miss my puppets too.
Puppets. Hey, Lombardo, get the number of the new number of the Friars Club.
So when you were gone,
the old number doesn't work. Wait, go ahead.
But while you were gone a few minutes ago, Charlie said
the number doesn't work. I just called it a couple of minutes ago.
It doesn't work. All right, the Friars Club number is defunct.
I'll get it for you.
Yeah, no, I tried the old number, Charlie.
No, I did too.
The old number is 516-922-9463.
No, that's your number.
Oh, I made
It sounds like
I
wine.
made a mistake.
Yeah.
Made a mistake.
The a lot of people here. I mean, there's a couple people here that are part of the Fries Club, but most people don't know it's a club for comedians, and that's what we're talking about. There's somebody. There may be some truck driver or somebody in the Midwest watching this, going, "What the hell are they talking about? The number for what?" I'm looking forward to.
You get so used to it, you don't realize it is an odd name if you've never heard it before.
Yeah, Nancy,
The
they do. They have a
Friars.
Zoom. They do. They have a. When is it a Zoom thing, Charlie? You mentioned it earlier.
October 22nd.
It is. Nancy knows the number. It's 666. Actually,
yeah,
that's
they got $9 million. Somebody kicked in $9 million to redo the place.
well. We kicked in a lot of money over the years. Too.
Oh, please.
We've all kicked in a lot of dough. That's what I always said to somebody. When that building gets sold, who gets the money? I don't know. Third base.
It ain't gonna be me or you. I know that.
So we've been supportive of that place. A lot of people have. We've all been supportive of it. It is a great place. It's got a lot of history. It's beautiful. But I think some of the new things that they said they're going to do doesn't make a lot of sense to me. They mentioned something about like opening up a coffee shop like Starbucks or something downstairs and an internet cafe.
Where you
Which
can sit there and work on your laptop, which I'm sure that was Georgie Jessel's intention.
yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Jesus
I can't
Christ.
see. I mean, I agree that the Friars Club is old school and needs to be updated. But on the other hand, turning it into a woke, a place where you just don't talk to each other and have drinks and interact and just become a coffee cafe.
I don't want people calling the Friars Club and say, "Hey, are you guys 5G?" Oh, geez, shut up. Bring me some cold soup.
What's black
I remember
and
one
white?
time I went in. Go ahead.
What's black and white and red all over? Ruth Bader Ginsburg in a judge outfit with lipstick all over her face after she blew me.
Oh my God!
I thought your baby joke was rough. I thought the baby joke was rough.
No, I know. I started that joke yesterday. I can't believe it went around already.
Did you see this? Great friends, Jackie plays softball double. I remember you were on the Friars softball team. You too, Charlie,
So
right?
much fun.
No, I never was.
No, you didn't I didn't do it either. I was always doing gigs. I was like, I couldn't do that. You guys.
Me and Lombardo. Have you seen what's her face? Joanna. Joanna disappeared off the face of the
I
earth.
think everyone from the Friars Club is gone. They're all gone. Everyone's like, I don't know. It all started when one guy got angry and left, and it just kind of faded away. I would like to see what the new future of that place is. It'll be interesting. Very.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's a nice meeting. It's a nice meeting place.
Hey,
the classic Friars Club joke is a two friars meet for lunch, and the first guy says, "How was your gig last night?" And he says, "It was unbelievable. I killed. It might have been the best show I ever had in my life. I mean, they screamed, they howled, they'd hardly let me get to the punchline before they laughed. I got 3 standing ovations, 2 encores."
Yeah.
And the other guy says, "I was there. You didn't do so hot." He says, "Yeah, the band fucked me up."
It's good. It's good. It's good.
That's a real Friars Club joke, All right, Johnny. I apologize for my fucking iPad being down.
Okay.
I know it's got a
and
lag.
answer to your question. Answer your question. Joanna's in Florida, and Nancy's still getting jobs from the Friars Club. That means she's paying her dues. She's paid her dues. Obviously.
Getting Friars jobs. Really? Friars jobs?
From the Friars Club.
I don't know.
Those are all the free ones.
Hand
Get
jobs.
free ones. They're not paying. Yeah, hand jobs. She's giving out hand jobs to get a job.
Oh.
Actually, I think
plenty of our Friar friends out there. I love them all. I love
I love the Friar guys too. We did. We had a lot of fun there. And there's some. I don't know about you. We did some shows there together. You were there, Charlie. They were great. We did a lot of good things too. Remember the September 11 kids and all those things. It was some really good times. Really good things for community. We did senior shows. We did all kinds of really good stuff for community, making people laugh. And I kind of missed that aspect of it. Yeah, it was great. Good times.
Yeah, Charlie, I was going through some old stuff the other day and came across a letter from that place in Virginia. Was that your daughter that worked there, or your niece, or your granddaughter?
It was my daughter, but I think it was North Carolina or South Carolina.
Yeah, some race car guy.
It was Richard Petty's grandson.
Yeah, I sent all joke in the boxes for the young kids, and they liked them. Of course, I accidentally threw in some dirty ones, and I think the kids threw themselves in front of a truck.
Maybe their parents instead, after they heard what the kids were doing. Hey, Mom, listen to this. Two cocks walk into a bar. Actually, see, Nancy's right. Tuesday's Kid and McDonald House. That was the ones, right?
Tuesday's Children.
Tuesday's Children and McDonald House. And matter of fact, Nancy and I had done McDonald House a couple of times. And it was very rewarding to see those kids laugh. It was really painful to see how, what people are going through, but making them laugh it felt good to see them laugh because there's a lot of pain. As a matter of fact, the night that I was with Nancy at that hospital, the McDonald House, the guy's name was Murdy. That was the guy's name that used to run the place, something Murdy. And the night that I was there, we had done magic and puppets and jokes, and she got all the kids. It was really, she did a great job. We had fun. And I remember one of the moms came over to me. She had a little bald-headed kid that had his hair shaved off and had, was bloated from the medications and stuff. And she said, we've come to this Ronald McDonald House, and we've been here now. Our lawn is being cut. Our bills are paid at my house. They give us Christmas presents. They've done all. We haven't thought about anything but taking care of our child. This is the greatest place in the world. And you know something? After watching you and Nancy do the shows and stuff, she goes, I just realized we hadn't laughed in like 2 or 3 months. It just hit me now. We haven't laughed in a couple of months. And when she said that,
That's so nice.
I got the chills. Really did. I got the chills. It was an amazing night.
It's like sometimes I go through a whole day and I realize I haven't laughed, and I'll go into the post office and say something funny to my friend Larry, and all of a sudden I'll giggle and I'll go, Jesus Christ, that's I've been up for 8 hours. That's the first time. You usually laugh at everything, and times are too hard. We need to change everything. Charlie, can't you make a phone call to God? Charlie, you must know God.
With that beard, Jackie, you're closer.
Hello, my son. How are you?
What's the joke? I am God. What is that joke? I am God. You know what I'm talking about?
Keep your fucking hands off me. I'm on disability.
It's a disability. I love the way you say disability.
Disability.
Tell me if you ever heard this. A chicken is walking along the river and notices a cat. This is a classic old thing. The cat slips and falls into the river, and the chicken couldn't stop laughing at the cat. So the moral of the story, a wet pussy makes a cock happy.
So terrible. There are so many versions of that where there's a dripping pussy, there's a cat on a hook on a
Yeah, we can bring it back. We shall bring it back. Hey, well, listen, we got to get closed up here at the last minute of this entertaining, exciting 3 triple men with small flaccid penises. So
there's a huge nuclear accident.
Okay.
A huge nuclear accident, and everybody in the world dies.
This is a good note to end.
Everybody in the world is dead, so they're all in single file in front of the pearly gates. And all of a sudden, a huge cheer emanates from the front of the line and works away all the way back like a wave in a baseball stadium. The cheer goes all the way back, and the guy way at the end of the line says to the guy in front of him, "What's everybody cheering about?" And the guy turns and says, "St. Peter's not going to count fucking."
I never heard it. And there's one like that where Moses comes down from the mountain and he goes, "Listen, guys, good news and bad news." He goes, "The first one is I got him down to 10, but the bad news is fucking is still off the list." I think that was the deal.
Adultery is still on the list.
Hey, so listen, we can
God says, Adam, I got good news and bad news. The good news is I got 2 organs for you. A brain so you can think and be creative, and a penis so you can have sex and enjoy yourself and procreate with Eve. The bad news is you can only use one of these organs at a time.
That's cute. That's clever.
All right, I'm going. I'm going home.
Before you go, where do we see you?
Sorry, cameo.com/Jackie Martling. I've been doing so many of these things, man.
What can we do? What do we expect when you come on when they come on cameo.com/Jackie Martling?
If they go on cameo.com/Jackie Martling, they say, will you say happy birthday to my father, Charlie? He really loves Jewish jokes and he loves poop jokes. And he's got 3 kids and he hates his children. And I somehow, whatever stuff they give me to say, I work it all. You know, it's my mother's birthday. Don't be that dirty, but she really loves marriage jokes. Or this is for my uncle Eddie, you know, and he's a horrible human being and he's Polish and I want you to go to work on him.
Okay.
And I got like 60 or 65 all 5-star reviews. I mean, you know, because I do whatever they tell me to do, you know.
Will you do it, Jackie, from a urinal again, like you showed us tonight?
I will do one next. You know what? I told Barbara, you know, one of my things I wanted to do at some point was I wanted to do some kind of travel joke thing. And I said, what if I told a joke in front of every national monument? Like here I am at the Grand Canyon, but the joke's not going to have anything to do with the Grand Canyon or the St. Louis Arch or the Golden Gate Bridge. But there's got to be a port sand every one of them. You know what I mean? So here we are live near the Golden Gate Bridge.
Especially in this market, you know. Especially in the market that we're in today. I guarantee you, there has to be a urinal like that everywhere you go.
We're in the shitter.
In the shitter. Well, that's where we're all going in the end. Matter of fact, I'll end it off that way. Hey, Jackie, it's great to see you. And Charlie, we're looking for, please make sure next week you wear that purple shirt. It's very important, very important.
I don't think he has enough. Anybody, please, if you want to say hello, please drop me an email, jokeland@aol.com, jokeland@aol.com. You know, when I do those cameos, I always say, listen, you want more jokes, just email me. And I give my email address. I don't know if you're supposed to, but, you know, you want people to get their money's worth. You know what I mean?
Of course. Thank you, Jackie.
What about you, John? What do you got? You got 30 gigs this week?
I don't expose myself unless they're very young. No, I don't. I have not a lot of stuff going on. I'm okay. I'm just keeping it flowing. It's all good. Hey, you can catch me at johnpeasy.com and jpzent.com for other entertainment like Jackie or other people like that. And I'm going to take out us on something really positive tonight after some of those death jokes. So here we go. Here it is. I hope this works out. Well, let's see. There it is.
I'm Jackie, live from the Green.
Oh, it's the wrong one, Jackie. I screwed it up. Let me do.
Jesus Christ. I'm going away, Johnny.
Jackie, I screwed
it up.
I'm
not shocked.
You're not shocked. All right, there it is. I got it now. Here we go. I'm going on this one. Talk to you later, brother. Stay well.
See ya.
I'm Jackie, live from the Greenport Porta Potty Comedy Club. So a guy knocks on his neighbor's door. The neighbor answers, hey, man, since COVID hit, I haven't seen your wife. The neighbor says, oh, she's out in the garden. He says, well, I was just out there. I didn't see her. The neighbor says, well, you got to dig down a little. The Greenport Porta Potty Comedy Club. See you next time.
Take care, Jackie. Thanks, guys. Ciao.